In April 2020, there were about 1 in 5 South Africans going to bed hungry. In many countries, they'd locked down very hard, so millions of workers were laid off. And if there was any government support, it has tended to be through food parcel distribution. The main beneficiaries of this new monthly cash grant for 10 million able-bodied unemployed people have been South Africans who were living in food poverty or below the breadline. And we know that that's a really vulnerable group. Children lack nutrients to grow and develop properly. We know adults have worse health outcomes. But one of the most crippling things is that adults are often shut out of the formal economy. They can't afford to buy agricultural inputs or stocks for their businesses, or they don't even have money to look for work. So we've done some videos with some of the beneficiaries of the grant that you can now see, talking about what the grant has meant in their economic lives.
Oh, my name is Shanice. I'm 20 years old. I'm a student at Lippens College. I'm doing civil engineering. This is my last year.
My name is Kalalelo. I'm 21 years of age. I'm a student at Lippens College. I want to be a power plant operator. I'm currently studying chemical engineering.
My name is Dintwalo Mauri. I am turning 26 years old on the 2nd of September. I'm currently unemployed, neither do I go to school, and I stay with my mom and my dad in Soweto.
I go by the name of Tabo. The second name is Solomon. I used to study at Rosebank College for Diploma in Information Technology Management. Dropped out because of fees. Didn't finish my last year, but yeah.
During the pandemic, we couldn't really go to school much, so I used the 350 to buy data so I can watch YouTube tutorials for schoolwork. And because we couldn't really attend much on a day-to-day basis, I used some of the money to buy data so I can join virtually. So it really did help a lot. Yeah, I think most people spend it on groceries, toiletries, paying for the electricity, water bills.
I started receiving the grant around 2020, around March, when we were no longer going to school because the COVID was now worse that time. And that time I was in matric, so things were a little bit shaky and hard at that time. So we couldn't go to school anyway in matric, so which is very hard. So I had to receive the money that time. Yeah, it actually helped me because we have to do online classes. So without that 350, I couldn't do online class because it needs data. So we also need YouTube for the videos to study and also. So I had to buy data for that. And online classes, maybe we had to do online classes for 2 hours per subject. So that helped me a lot.
When I get the money, the first thing that comes to my head is buying data. When I buy data, it helps me to apply for jobs, look for opportunities to get myself back on my feet. And it also helps me with toiletry. I use it for most of my toiletry. It gets used for toiletry, data, and mostly on my accessories.
Yes, I know. There's a lady in our street, her husband passed away around 2018. So she has 4 kids and she was not working. She was entrenched in 2020. So that grant helped a lot because she had to look for work to provide for the children. So she had to go to town. From where I stay to town, the taxi fare is expensive. So that helped her for taxi fare and also to print their CVs and also provide a little bit of food for her children. If I graduate, obviously I have no job yet, so I'll need money to make my CVs, also travel. Let's say they said I should come to Randburg, I need taxi fare for that, so that it will really help me a lot when it comes to look for a job. Yeah.
Yes, I have a cousin. He was unemployed for about, I think, 6 years. He's 30 years of age. He used the 350 to find a job. He had helped. Going going to the internet cafe on a daily basis because he lives in the village and the internet cafe is in town, so it helped with the transport, printing the CVs and submitting the CVs. Yeah, going for the interviews as well and getting a decent outfit for the interview. Yeah.
I have a friend who has started a baking business with this man. He recently started months ago. He's doing well, he's getting there, but patience, but the money, it's helping him, but it's not enough.
I don't think I'd want food parcels because I think with food parcels, they are very restricted also. You know, it's a matter of them giving out what they think is best suitable for the people, but not really knowing what the people want. So I think with the money it's more smart because a person can actually get what they need or they feel that is best suitable for them, like I am saying. So yeah, with food parcels, it's a bit tricky, or it's even more tricky than it is with the money initially, because with the food parcels, if now a job opportunity comes, you cannot take a food parcel to go get there. You know, you need money to get there. So yeah, I don't think food parcels are the best solution to all of this.
I would rather get cash because if maybe I would have some food, but I would need money to pay for my bills, electricity, yeah. Food parcels won't do that.
Yeah, it was a better option than food because you might give me food that maybe we are allergic to that food, but when it comes to money, we're going to buy that food, also cover electricity bill, water bill, and also save money for something else, like for children, maybe they need something tomorrow. Yeah, it was a better option than food parcels. You should keep the grant and also extend it because now things are expensive. Not many people can afford some necessities, especially like people from like high school, and those people are suffering. So if they had to get that grant, it helped them a lot because now electricity is expensive, water bills is expensive, even food now is now expensive. So that would help a lot of people.
People often do share the grant in townships because you'll find that there are 6 to 8 people living in a 3-bedroom house, and the 350 is not necessarily enough to feed all of them, and it's not necessarily enough to feed one person. But if it was increased, maybe it would probably help big time.
I'd like to believe maybe it'd be able to do more than one thing, because at least then you'd be still able to get your toiletries and know that with the little that you have left, you can maybe invest it into maybe your data or for transport to get into places to go look for a job, So yeah, I'd like to believe that it'd go a long way. Would actually appreciate it if it were to be, added just a little or more if they can.
It has made a positive difference in my life because if there was no grant in 2020 when I was doing my matric, I doubt I was going to pass because we had no money to pay data every time because data was expensive. We needed for 2 hours. So it made a big impact in my life, but I managed to pass my matric and also be able to go to college. If it was not for the grant, I doubt I was going to pass.
For me, it made a huge difference because I managed to stay in school. I attended my classes virtually. I had enough data, thank God. I managed to pass my first year, which is great. Yeah, and also because I wasn't attending, sometimes you fall back on schoolwork, and YouTube carried me thanks to the data.